Roy, I'm really worried about our financial situation. What are we going to do now that you lost your job? How are we going to pay these bills? I'm beginning to wonder if insisting on all 3 days off for the district convention was a wise decision.
Dad, are we going to lose our house? Are we going to have to move?
I guess that means no more allowance. Dad, aren't you worried about our situation?
Well, Misha, I can understand your concern. And Ria and Zaria, your concerns are understandable also. And I'm somewhat concerned about our situation, but this is not the time for us to panic. We have to keep in mind that if we suffer because of being obedient to Jehovah, He's promised that He's going to take care of us. Do you remember the account of Jehovah's servant Elijah in 1 Kings chapter 17? When he faced a situation that forced him to have to totally rely on Jehovah for his provisions.
Yes, I remember that. That was when he had to deliver that strong message to wicked King Ahab that put his life in jeopardy. He had to go into hiding.
Yeah, now how did Jehovah provide for him?
He used a raven to bring in food.
Oh yeah, now I remember. That bird brought him food every day so that he could survive.
That's right, Zaria. Now the lesson we learn from that is that Jehovah's hand is not short. Jehovah is not limited in the ways that He can take care of us. Now let's think about how Jehovah already is taking care of our family. Have we ever gone a day without a place to stay or food to eat?
No.
In fact, when I see how you kids have grown, we can say we've eaten quite well, haven't we? You know, Jehovah is going to continue to take care of us as long as we remain obedient to Him. Now already we have a plan in action for me to find a job. Honey, you've helped me put my resume together. We've turned some of those in at some companies. Also, a brother in the congregation has given me a lead on a job. We put the matter to Jehovah in prayer, and now we're waiting on Jehovah to answer our prayers. But now, instead of overly worrying about our situation, what do you think we should be doing instead?
Well, the kids and I are still regular auxiliary pioneering. Maybe this will give you a chance to work with us more in the ministry.
Oh yeah, Dad, and I've been telling you about those calls I wanted you to go on with me. Now would be a good time to do that.
And we had talked about going get some unassigned or seldom worked territory. Maybe we can do that.
All of those are great ideas, and I'm looking forward to working with you all more in the ministry. You know, our situation reminds me of what's mentioned in 1 Peter chapter 3 and verse 14, and also chapter 4 and verse 14, where we're reminded that if we suffer for the sake of righteousness, we can be happy because the Spirit of God is upon us. Now, with Jehovah's Spirit upon us, we can be sure that He's going to provide what we need. So, honey, how do you now feel about our situation?
Well, now that you've helped me to reconsider, I'm sure that we did make the right decision. And I'm confident that Jehovah will continue to provide for us as long as we trust in Him and the power of His Holy Spirit.
And what about you, Zaria?
Yeah, I feel better now too, and I'm going to trust Jehovah more.
And Ria?
Me too. And I guess I can go without allowance for a little while.